Hopefully I'm live on YouTube.
Couldn't tell you.
Team sponsored by Loom Cannabis Company in Michigan. Mention GT Racing or USA Racing in a survey review. Get a free pre-roll. We have a QR code on our car. Scan that for all the latest deals. They're awesome deals. At the bottom of the page, you'll find all their store locations. They've got almost 3 dozen, I believe, all over Michigan. Thanks for watching. No heckling, please. No. YouTube banter, like and subscribe. If you care to. If not, I understand.
Did you ever figure out who that was when you thought it was Troll? A couple weeks back.
Peter.
It was Peter?
Mm-hmm.
Rotten bastard. It was funny, though.
It was funny. And he was picking on me. I'm like, Thank you. Thank you very much. I couldn't hear him. I'll take it as a compliment.
You suck. You're a fucking wiener. All sorts of shit.
There was no wiener mentioned.
I really couldn't hear what he was saying, but I heard enough to know he was picking on you.
I heard suck. So I knew too. I'm like, thank you. I can't hear you, so I gotta assume it was a compliment. Thank you very much. But
well practiced.
I suppose I can quit chewing on this Tootsie Roll.
Smacking in people's ears.
Smacking.
Because I can hear you chewing. They must hear you chewing.
Yeah, sipping tea or coffee and eating crackers.
Or sound like Stamps. He sounds like he's going to explode when he starts coughing. Got the old jowls freaking going. You can hear him.
Yeah, something flutters.
He catches everything, that poor bastard.
Something flutters.
Yeah, it does. 147.2. Finally made it around again.
Shit, I should be watching your screen. Oh, cool, I did put one in. New filter.
I'm never going to make it. I'm up 6/10. God damn it. It's always that way. Always.
Okay, get my ass whipping gloves on. Ass whipping, that's funny.
That's what you wear when she gets to ass whipping?
I suppose. She don't like me much.
Go, you rotten bitch.
All right.
146.7. I made it through.
Good shit. I just made the line myself.
Could you see what you got?
Yeah. It wasn't any better than that 886.
Yeah, I haven't beaten my time either. I don't really want to. I can run 146.7s quite often. And I got a 146.5, so I'm pretty close. Ooh, Mateo's in here. Many of us. 95 points. Holy shit, this is the room I got to do well in, Sammy.
Which one's that?
For my race, I got a 95-point room.
No. Oh, yeah. 41. At the top of this room. Better than the last one I was in. Even if I come in third, I come 7 more points.
Yep, you're in a harder room than you are.
Mm-hmm. I'm down with it. This one guy's got a fucking shit up there. It says, Canada will never be the 51st state. Well, you can tell. Let me see. That's who is that, Mohammed?
You know, Trump is never going to do it, but it stopped us talking about other shit.
Yeah.
So I don't really take the 51st state seriously. Now, Greenland, possibly. No, Canada never wanted to be part of the United States. There's no reason to think they want to now. Fuck it, I'm going. Yeah, don't forget to breathe. It's the outlet. Thank God. That's the wrong way. Yeah, my room more difficult also by points. I was 88, now it's 95. Wasn't expecting that with getting a 9th place. I'm really picking up the Canadian frickin' accent, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, don't you know?
It's bad enough we're in the UP of Michigan. It's getting worse with you here. Now you get me like token come in, and I'll be saying, "Don't you know, eh?" and y'all, eh? And all sorts of shit. Yeah.
All kinds of shit, eh?
Yeah, I pick it all up, eh?
Don't you know? It's all about
it's terrible.
It's all about the fucking love. That's right.
I notice our accent up here. Your accent's a little bit thicker than ours.
It should be.
Yep.
You like living in a soup bowl, do you? Really? I'd rather put you in a fish bowl. You're a flake. I'll beat you to it.
chat for a little bit, I think, for this race.
That's amazing, babe. Good. Surprised you can get.
Like that other white guy said, we're brought up on another
Yeah, boss. Gotcha. Are you done talking now? I know, I'm just trying to concentrate on what I'm doing.
You butchered it.
147.9, 12th place. I don't think it used my time I went through so late. I think it used my last time. Because I jumped 2 seconds and it didn't move me up. Guess I'll see.
Take
30
his hand,
seconds
say
before
thanks
the
for the weed.
No, I think again to say
Why? He
This
doesn't want to
might be a
deal with
little
that
bit
fucking clown.
difficult.
Would you want to deal with that clown?
Yep.
Well, then why didn't you run
I'll
for
be
fucking
back after
office
the
then,
race.
big britches?
You're gonna, all right.
You know, you could have put your hat in the ring. You could have fucking asked to be voted in.
Yeah, okay.
Sure, that's how it works. Anybody can be fucking Prime Minister of Canada. Anybody. Anybody who's a Canadian. My wife just like, huh? Really?
Shooting for 53 or better.
I am in the mindset of ready to race this. I better go pee-pee. I've only got so much time. Oh, the legs got a little jelly. Ooh, must have been sitting for a while.
Okay.
Presentation music started in somebody's headphones. I'm like, okay, presentation started, and then mine kicked in. I was like, no, presentation, woo!
All right, standing in
Why is
front
your
of the
pop
TV
outside,
with
woman?
my controller. Loon Cannabis Company of Michigan. Free pre-roll with a review. Mention USA Racing or GT Racing. QR code on the car. Show you all the store locations.
Is it the new stuff?
Oh, maybe it might be. This is for you. Bye-bye. Well, I wasn't getting nothing off of that. What do we got here?
Cool.
Yeah, here, it's gonna die soon. Alright, we're at 15. Okay.
Week. gotta bend my knees once in a while. Holy shit.
Yeah, no shit. Come on, man.
You butchered that. That's gonna cost me. Oh no. Man, I suck. That sucked. I sucked. I think I hit that line too, so I got 3-second penalty. Also, on top of the damage. Hopefully that's sorted out here. Good. Turned in too early. was terrible. Been that one. Huh.
I think it's sandwich time.
I wonder how this is going to pan out. missed my braking marker there. Better early than late, though.
Yes. Always early.
One more. Wow. That sucked. Salvaged. Best I could. Alright, let's go. Come on. Bye, Ben. Oh, Ben pit 2. Sweet.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to get into you like that.
Damn, roller past me. I was looking at my timings. Fuck. That did not help my timings. Man, that's gonna suck ass. Oh, that sucked.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
P.U. Grab second gear and a fourth gear corner. Alright, I'm flustered. I need to calm the hell down now.
The problem was, one, the number one, the road drive, like gear that I had for something before. I had like a year left. I had to buy good more for 2 weeks left, and they came out with that too.
Don't be looking up there, stupid. Well, I was just looking at the times coming out of the hairpin. It's not the ideal move, really.
No, not usually.
No,
Don't bother
about
with
this,
that crap. Just hold on to hold my wheel.
It was real close to a wipeout. I was turning right into a left-hander, I think. Lap 25 at 148.6. I'm good with that. It's kind of what I was looking for. 148 average, I think I said. Oh, there goes my tranny. I blew that shit up. 8-second gap on P4.
Dive underneath you too. It's not fun, is it, when somebody else dives you, bombs you? It's not fun. No. Next time, fucking respect my space. somebody dirty and then expect them not to do you back, buddy. Now you can have it. Like, fuck up.
Two more laps. Another 148. Nice. Heck. Last lap P3 so far. That was a nice corner. Nice, P3.
I thought we were getting P4 this time. But it's still 6 more points than what, or 3 more points. Oh, 6 more points than what I got.
I was one pit stop behind that Hurricane. Well, both of them actually.
Hey, I did a one stop again. Ran 17 laps that time.
I did 2 stops to see how it'd work out. 9 and lap 20, I believe it was. Yeah, 9 and 20.
All right, that was fun.
Alright, photo op. Cha-ching. Take that screenshot. There we go. 132. Nice. I'm so broke. $69 points. Ooh, that was a good one. Whoops. This one. Alright, so I got a 184 so far, I believe. Is my total 184. Yeah, my car is sponsored by Loom Cannabis Company out of Michigan. Mention GT Racing or USA Racing in a survey or a review and get a free pre-roll. We got a QR code on our car. If you had the replay, you could probably scan that code, find all the store locations and the greatest deals in Michigan. Great product, great prices, easy to find, great service. Alright, YouTube banter, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And again, I'm so sorry for the boring. It wasn't too bad, I think. Alright, thanks for watching.